you go to work every day, come home like, regular, and you go to the restaurants on weekends or at nights and whatever, the regular suburban lifestyle. And then now you're going to uproot yourself and go put yourself in a 2-acre property out in, maybe 15, 20 minutes from anything. And, from the town store.
That is definitely not a Whole Foods.
Right. No, there's not going to be a Whole Foods. You're gonna have like a very like Tom's Mini Mart or like something like that, and they're gonna have like hopefully fresh produce. That because everybody kind of contributed from the area. I don't know. I might be I'm creating a little community. What do they call that? Like Minecraft?
I don't know.
Jaden would know, but like that's a whole different thing.
Well, I think so. What I'm realizing though is if we wanted to change our lifestyle and go more to a homestead type lifestyle where we were, growing our own things and having all the animals and stuff, we really don't know anything about this. Like we would have to do so much homework to get there. I think the only thing we do know is how to find the property and what to look for in terms of like the property being sound in itself, as far as like the septic tank, the well,
Yeah.
and those sorts of things. Like we know how to source the property and make sure the property is sound, but from that point forward, we would have so much homework to do.
Well, the thing is, make sure you get it at the right price, right? You're not overpaying for a property for the area. That's the biggest thing. Make sure, like we talked about, the solar and the battery produce. We make sure the septic tank is in good shape and can get certified. The gallons per minute are flowing. If you can get, the gas, because you're gonna have to deal with a gas tank, and some of that equipment is leased, so you have to be aware of this stuff. And I've even had an issue where at the end of the day, they pulled the gas out of the tank, and then they didn't credit that buyer. So it was an argument over gas in the
Oh
tank.
yeah, you did just have that recently.
Yeah, it was an argument over that. So but there's paperwork for that, and there's the boxes to check, and then there's everything that you have to take care of so that everything's accounted for, right?
Well, you did. I mean, just to put it out there, you did it properly
I did it right,
on
yeah.
the paperwork, but the propane company or whatever went ahead and
Still gave it back to them.
they gave it back to the
And
original
it became
owner.
a mess, and it not to get too much into the minutia of that, but the idea being that these measures are what we do. That's what we do, is we make sure everything's accounted for and like everything's working, and what's not working is disclosed and is accounted for as a cost from the seller to the buyer and that kind of thing.
So we have part 1 down.
Yeah, we do have part 1 down. You have more the horse knowledge. I don't have any horse knowledge really.
I have a lot of horse knowledge.
All right, well,
You have the
okay.
chicken knowledge.
I know how to pull chickens' eggs out of a basket in the backyard. Yeah, I know how to do. But short of that, and throw some feed around.
Mm-hmm.
But
And as far as growing the vegetables, my stepmom's really great in the garden, so we'd have to bring Jasmine over and have her help us with our garden and teach us.
yeah, so there's a lot of research that needs to be done with that. I'd like some goats. Those are cool.
They're really cute.
Their yell is amazing. Oh, it just lights me up. Every time I hear it, it's just
You have to smile when you hear that.
Hear a goat, and they're goat yoga.
I was just going to say maybe you can get into yoga if there's goats.
I don't know about that.
I've been trying to get you to do it for years.
No, I'll have them hang around with me in the garage, and yeah.
I have to hang around in the garage?
No, the goat.
Oh, the goat. Okay, better the goat than me.
Unless they poop a lot.
Oh, okay.